After 46 seasons and 10 championship rings, I've seen everybody from Wes Baylor and Chamberlain, Magic, Kareem and Worthy, Shaq and Kobe, and now LeBron and Anthony Davis. I've watched this world change as well as the game of basketball. After 93 years, I've just about seen it all. But I've never seen anything like this. I've never seen a team endure as much as today's Lakers. And as we
guys, come take the trophy.
Jeannie, it has been a decade of ups and downs to get to this moment right here with these guys. What does it mean to you to win it this year of all years with everything that's happened?
Well, first I want to thank Adam Silver and all the workers that made it possible for us to finish out this season. I especially would like to thank all the teams that made it to the bubble to make this all possible. Shout out to the Portland Trail Blazers, the Houston Rockets, the Denver Nuggets, and the Miami Heat for the honor and privilege of sharing this court with them. On behalf of the Laker organization, Rob Pelinka, thank you. Coach Vogel, the coaching staff, the training staff, all our employees back home in Los Angeles for your tireless work in making this happen. And to you, Lakers team, I am so proud of you both on and off the court. You've done Los Angeles proud with your hard work, your professionalism, and your dedication. And you have written your own inspiring chapter in the great Laker history. And to Laker Nation, we have been through a heartbreaking tragedy with the loss of our beloved Kobe Bryant and Gianna. Let this trophy serve as a reminder of when we come together, believe in each other, incredible things can happen. Laker Nation, when it's safe, I look forward to celebrating with you. Until then, I will bring back the trophy to Los Angeles where it belongs.
Jeannie,
Our queen has spoken, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode. We are probably episode, let's just say 5. We're on episode 5 where me and another gentleman I'll bring in right now. But we are excited. I'm actually sorry, guys. I don't have that energy because I was at the celebration in downtown LA yesterday. I was going crazy. It was fun. Championship number 17 is probably the sweetest there is. So, without further ado, let me bring on our guest, as always, the man of the hour, who's been around LA, who's seen all the championships from every single team, Mr. Mike Pugra. The OG. How you doing, Mike?
This is Chick Hurd coming back to you from Trey. 17.
Yes, sir. Chicky chick, man.
Celtics can kiss my ass. Actually, hey, Jay. Hey, congratulations, Jay, number 17.
No, congratulations to you.
This card right here, this is a card, and it has all chickisms and everything on the back of it. This card was given to Laker fans the year Chick Hearn died.
Damn.
He died tragically. He fell. In his backyard doing his gardening. After the 3rd championship, the Lakers had won 3, I believe, with Kobe and Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And in the memorial, you would be able to go to the Staples Center. You'd walk in one door, and you would be able to walk past the nest. The nest is where Chick used to do his broadcasting, about 25, 27 rows up from the floor, where he could see everything. He'd never liked being on the floor. He liked to be above the floor so he could call the game. And these cards were given to the fan faithful. Now you get them on eBay for, I don't know, $100.
Damn.
I got about 12 or 15 of them. I knew at the time when they were giving them out that these were going to be very
Sought out for.
important, not valuable, but important to Laker fans. So right now, this gentleman, Chick Hearn, is in Laker heaven celebrating with Wilt, with the rest of them, Happy Hairston, with Kobe, celebrating the 17th championship, tying the Celtics, who suck because they won 9. They won 9. In 1960, there were only 8 teams in the league. By 1969, there were 10 teams in the league. How many teams are there in the league now, Jay?
30.
So let me tell you, those championships of the Celtics are tainted championships. We went into a bubble during a pandemic when everything was against us, and we won the champ. Rest in peace, Chick. Congratulations,
The media
Jay.
didn't want us to win. The media wanted the Clippers to win it all. The media was straight up calling for the Clippers to win it all. You have people that are still at this point devaluating the Lakers championship right now. We still have people that are getting paid millions of dollars to talk about sports, the game of basketball, and they're devaluating the Lakers championship. The most difficult time. If you talk to every single player that was in that bubble, whether it was just for those 8 games or for the entirety of the finals, they're all going to tell you it was the most stressful and difficult time of their life, being apart, separated from family and society, stuck in the same routine for 3 months. And these asshole piece of shit analysts, quote unquote, are saying it was an easy championship. It wasn't a worthy championship and a title. They could all shut the fuck up, suck a dick, and choke on it and die.
It was the hardest thing that anyone could ever do, being in that bubble for all that time since July.
Easy.
And to come out ahead. And look, the Clippers, you know, I'm going to tell I know you watched the interview with Magic this morning on what was it, First Take? What were they on? He was on. I think so. But you saw the interview, and he had said that the difference between LeBron James and Anthony Davis and our 2020 Lakers and the Clippers, and he said, no disrespect to the Clippers, because they have a couple great ball players, but they're not champions. And LeBron James, not only a good ball player, but a great ball player, but he knows how to win. There's a difference. He is a leader.
Yep.
He is a leader. He leads by example. He's vocal in the locker room, and he comes out on the floor, and he does the same thing. He backs up his shit.
Mm-hmm.
Kawhi Leonard is not a leader.
Nope, he's quiet. He's not a fun guy.
Very quiet, and he doesn't lead on the floor. He's a follower. He's great. He's a great extra piece.
Yeah.
Paul George has never proven himself to be a champion.
Mm-hmm.
And here comes AD, his first year with the Lakers, and he teams up with LeBron. And these guys put aside their egos, and they became champions in 2020, giving us our 17th championship. And we won a lot of those championships after the league changed, after 79, when it got real competitive.
Yep.
And that's when we won our championship.
Well, when the league started in 1946, it was only one trophy, and it was a Stanley Cup style trophy that was named after the Celtics owner that time. From 1946 to 1977, it was one trophy that was being shared around with everybody, like the Stanley Cup.
Like the Stanley Cup.
So the Celtics, in reality, from 1955, when they got their first championship, all the way to 1976, when they still didn't have their last title, they lost to the 76ers. They only have one physical trophy. One. So they don't have 11 trophies. They have 11 banners, yes. But you just mentioned it. During the time from 1950, when they won their first one, all the way to 1958, when there was 8 teams, they got 3 titles in between. From 1958 on, when there was 9 teams, they got an additional 2. Then when it became a little bit more competitive, when all of a sudden there was 14 teams, they only managed one title.
Right.
I was born in 1987. From 1987, the Lakers have won 8 championships. From 1987, the Celtics have only won 1. And that's because Andrew Bynum was injured. Yes, they can say Kendrick Perkins in 2010, blah, 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 blah. They didn't stop Kobe Bryant. They weren't able to stop Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant did all the necessities to win besides scoring in Game 7. He was passing the ball. He was getting rebounds. He was playing defense.
Right.
Put Kendrick Perkins in there, cool, whatever. Lakers in 7 still. But in 2008, you put Bynum in there.
Boom.
There's no title for the Celtics.
Well, I'm so happy that I saw you live.
Yes,
I was watching you go over at Staples Center, and I said, "Oh man, Jay, you just keep." And I saw you had your mask.
Yes, sir.
That was cool. Good job. And all the Laker fans out there, they had a great time.
Yeah.
A lot of them were wearing masks.
Yes.
A lot of them were doing what they're supposed to do, but they were celebrating, and I had no problem with it as long as they kept their social distancing and wearing their mask. And hey, I think they might have a parade or something. The Lakers are back in town.
Yeah, they landed today, like around 1:30. They landed in LAX, Atlantic. Then they went home. But yeah.
And there's probably, I don't know, maybe they're still partying.
I don't doubt it. I mean, LeBron walked into his house. He posted on Instagram that he walked into his house, balloons everywhere, celebration. So it was fun and everything. But yeah, I think you mentioned the parade. So I think Yahoo Sports came up with an article saying that the Lakers are trying to collaborate with the governor of California, officials, Mayor Garcetti, and try to figure out if there's a safe way where they can have a parade. I mean, right now, the NLCS has fans. Like, fans already showed up to the game. They're going to be at the game. And then Dodger Stadium, they're charging $75 for people to be in their cars and, watch the game at Dodger Stadium, which is a little outlandish, a little weird. If it was the World Series, maybe it makes sense. But $75 is a lot for NLCS.
Hey, and I'm not going to a fucking porta potty to take a leak, man.
And what if you're hungry?
What the? Yeah, you'd have to bring your own food, and they said no alcohol. What if you take a bottle of tequila or cooler in your trunk?
Yeah,
they'll probably have people driving around, and it doesn't. Hey, I'm gonna watch the game on the comfort of my home. Go Dodgers!
Yes, sir.
Go Dodgers! Look, 1988 was a great year.
I can imagine.
I remember it very vividly. My son Albert was born December of that year. The Lakers and the Dodgers win the championship. I never forget it. I was very excited, and my wife and I were celebrating our 3rd year of marriage, and we had our place, and oh man, it was a party. It was such a great time. 1988, son of a bitch, that was a long time ago.
2017, we were robbed, and by the looks of it, the Rays kind of figured out the Astros. Said, look, I have a suspicion that these bastards are still cheating, because all of a sudden the Rays are changing up their signs. I'm seeing change up. I'm seeing the catcher sign 3, sign 2, and sign 1 inside, and he'll throw up and in.
That's part of baseball, though. There's always been trying to steal signs from the catcher. That's just part of the game.
When on base, though, that makes sense if you're on base and you're trying to steal signs.
Yeah, but if you have something electronic on you, giving you a buzzer, telling you here comes a fastball, then that's gone beyond the realm of fair play. Yep. And that's what Altuve was accused of. I said, Jay, and there's a couple things that real quick talk about the Lakers. Do you remember when this all started? And I said the Lakers would win in 6.
Yes.
And
we have that on the show, so we can back that up.
And I said they're going to win 2 games because, look, Miami is a great team. They're coached really well. And Jimmy Butler, my God, he had a great friggin' game 5. I have never seen someone exhaust themselves.
Game 3 was amazing. Then game 5, he took it to another level of willing them through. Wheeling the Mamba jerseys.
Put the heat on his back.
Yup. Respect. That's respect.
That, I got to give it to him. It went back and forth. Green missed the shot. Hey, and don't blame Danny Green for missing that shot. I want to know how many of our friends and fans and people who watch the show and just people we know can make that shot.
Mm-hmm.
How many people can make that shot? That's a hard shot.
Mm-hmm.
He's done it before, and like LeBron said, he would give it the shot again. That guy's a great shooter. He has 3 championships, Green. 3 championships. One with San Antonio, Toronto, and now with the Lakers. And he wants to stay with the Lakers.
Well, he's here. He's going to stay here.
Yeah, but, he's here, but he's going to, they want to run, like you, I think, who said that to run it back? Who said that?
So I have the video. Let me show it to the fans real quick. So, Quinn Cook and Anthony Davis. So they're in the locker room, celebrating, champagne still in their face. And Quinn Cook is going live. Anthony Davis is, he's talking, he's happy, he's excited, and Quinn Cook just says, we're running it back with a boy here. And Anthony Davis confirms, we're running it back. So
there it goes.
we're running it back.
And don't worry, Laker fans, that AD will sign a long-term deal with the Lakers.
Yeah. So
he wants to win.
So this team was just amazing. Bubble or not, the Lakers were already climbing before the pandemic shut everything down. So you can't really say the Lakers got lucky because they got 3, 4, 5 months of rest. None of that bullshit excuse. Everybody got the same amount of time to recover and rest and get healthy for the bubble. The best team in the bubble wasn't the Lakers, it wasn't the Bucks, it wasn't the Raptors, it wasn't the Celtics, and it wasn't the Heat. It was the Phoenix Suns. And they missed it by like that same day. They missed the playoffs by that same day. Then the Blazers were the next best team in the bubble. And there was times where the Lakers were the underdogs versus the Blazers.
Yeah, they were struggling in their so-called regular season under the bubble.
Exactly, but see, these excuses that I'm just hearing are just straight up stupid. You just can't say the Lakers had the ability to recover because they had the time off. Everybody got the time off. Paul George had the time off, and he was dealing with shoulder pain. He even came on live and said, "Hey, I'm recovered and I'm ready. I hope the season starts." He's on live saying that he's ready and he's healthy, and he doesn't show up in the playoffs.
Haters are just gonna hate, Jay. They're just gonna hate because the Lakers are the 2020 champions, 17 champions. Nobody other than the Celtics have as many championships. And Magic said that they're going to win next year.
Yeah.
Says we're going to come back and win it again next year.
You saw that on First Take, right?
Yeah. He says we're coming back and we're taking it next year and we're going to surpass the Celtics with titles.
Dusty-ass titles with their one championship in 20, 30 years. Get out of here with that garbage, trash-ass, overrated, racist-ass team.
They're already going to probably disband a few of them.
Good. And I'm hoping to get that Jason Tatum says, "Nah, I don't want to sign with you guys. I don't want to come back."
I want to go to the Lakers.
Rip their heart out. Wait, Jason Tatum is a Kobe and a Laker fan. He's out there saying it. Even as close as this year, he said he's a Kobe Laker fan. So
that's right.
Hurt. That hurt the Celtics. Oh, hell yeah. So yeah, it's title number 17 beats any Celtic championship ever. You can combine all 11. You can combine all 11 of Bill Russell's. This one title is the most difficult one, the most prestigious, and the most well-known ever. If they want to talk about it's an asterisk, hey, let's talk about your championships with only 8 teams. Let's talk about your championships. Let's talk about your one trophy that was being shared around among those 8 teams. How about we
8 teams when these guys are taking set shots?
Grandma shots too from the free throw line.
And then shoot.
And then after the game or even halftime, they're in the locker room smoking cigarettes and drinking some beers. Get out of here, Celtics.
Well, I was glad to see. That's why my wife had said, everyone's smoking cigars. What? I said, because Red Auerbach used to light up a big cigar.
Yeah, I remember that.
Every time they won. And Chick Hearn used to say, I want to shove that cigar right down his throat. That's what he used to say all the time. And then when the Lakers beat the Celtics, Chicky baby had a cigar. And ever since then,
Petty.
in the championship,
Savage.
ever since then, the Lakers win a championship. They break out those cigars. There's pictures of Riley smoking a cigar, Magic smoking a cigar, Dr. Buss smoking. It's just tradition now.
Yeah.
It's tradition when after we win a championship, we light them up. We light up them cigars.
Well, we can't even say that about the Celtics because we haven't seen one in, 12 years? 13 years?
Yeah, the Celtics ain't shit. This is Lakers. The Lakers are not only LA's team, they're the world's team. Laker Nation goes around the friggin' world.
Yep.
It touches people in other continents. The Lakers are just, they bring us all together, and they're LA's number one
only team,
only professional team. Professional team. They have all the championships. The Dodgers have a few World Series. The Rams haven't won a championship in Los Angeles. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they did. They won some titles early on.
40, what was it? 45 and 50.
Call it. 45 was in Cleveland, and 50 was in LA. They won a championship, and then the Clippers, they're a San Diego team.
Yeah.
Look, all the momentum, what cracks me up is all the momentum, this crazy dude bomber on the side going, all that bullshit, all that drama, all of it went down the toilet last night.
Oh my God.
And any momentum that fool had tried to get from LA is gone. Gone. And it's going to take that fool to spend, I don't know how many, probably $4 or $5 billion to try to do something to get the Clippers back on the map. Doc Rivers is gone. He was a glue to that team. Mm-hmm. Those guys over there, they don't know how to win. And unless you have a leader like LeBron James, they don't have a leader.
Chemistry is the biggest thing in this game, and we just saw with the Lakers. We kept hearing time after time that this team, the Lakers team, is gonna struggle because Anthony Davis is a demander of the ball. LeBron James is a ball hog, and he's not clutch. Dwight Howard is a head case. You hear all the negative things. They're old. They can't play all 40 minutes. You just kept hearing all the negativity. But for the Clippers, it was Kawhi is a known champion. He has a killer mentality. Paul George, they fit together. Oh my, you just kept hearing the praise. And now you see the opposite with the Lakers. And the biggest thing that it wasn't the amount of scoring that was going on. It wasn't the defense. It was the chemistry. Did you see every time a Laker fell, 4 of them would come up and pick them up?
Guys off the bench would come pick them up.
Exactly. Before the game, they'd be in the tunnel, hyping each other up. You don't see that from the Clippers. The Clippers come out just minding their own business, doing their own thing, worrying about themselves. But before games and after games, loss or win, they're hyping each other up. They're talking to each other. They're interacting. They're hanging out with each other. Look at the bubble. Right. Look at all the videos from the bubble, from the Lakers and the Clippers. How many of the Clipper players actually hung out with each other during the bubble time?
I don't see any other team tighter than the Lakers team, and that's what really got them over the hump. Yep. But in a few minutes.
Oh yeah, me too. I'm gonna switch up too.
In a few minutes.
Yep, I'm gonna switch up too.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Oh man, how you feeling about the Dodgers?
I love our chances. Look, the Astros they lost 2. They're 2 behind.
Those bastards are cheating. I'm calling it. They're cheating. They're still cheating.
And I had said a while back that Tampa Bay and the Dodgers would be in the World Series with the Dodgers winning. Here's the difference between the Los Angeles Dodgers and the Atlanta Braves. The Dodgers have been there.
Yeah.
They have experience. The Braves are talented, but they haven't been there. And when you've been there and you know what it takes to get there, experience matters. Experience counts in any sport. So I say the Dodgers, they will win in either 5 or 6. If they get, they'll win either in 5 or 6. Bueller goes on the mound tonight. He's been lights out.
Mm-hmm.
And Mookie Betts is the game changer. He sets the table. He's the best leadoff man in baseball. He's the best right fielder in baseball. But keep your eye on Will Smith, and we saw it in the last game where he had the 5 hits. Keep an eye on Will Smith. This kid is legitimate. I tweeted him. You know, I've seen a lot of great players, and this guy right here has all the 5 tools, and he's a great catcher. He's a great backstop. So we call it backstop. He's able to move laterally, has a great arm, quick hands. Will Smith, he's the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick, talk about Joe Morgan. Rest in peace, Joe Morgan.
The second base, probably one of the best second basemen ever.
Yeah, you know, I wasn't a Joe Morgan fan per se, because he was a Cincinnati Red, and they were in our division, and we used to battle them all the time.
Big Red Machine.
And then when he became a broadcaster, he was a real homer and a Dodger hater, similar to Joe Buck and
John Smoltz, who we have today, unfortunately.
Yeah, but Joe Morgan, he gave the people of Cincinnati some great baseball. He passed away. Rest in peace, Joe Morgan. Like I said, you know, I wasn't a big fan of Joe Morgan's, but I understood that he was, you know, he did a lot for the game.
Mm-hmm.
He hated us Dodgers. He hated us Dodgers, and that's okay.
Yeah,
that's competition.
Yeah.
That's the way it goes. But tonight, the Dodgers come out, and I think we're going to hit the shit out of the ball.
I mean, hopefully
we play that.
We go
Freeze. What's his name? What's that? Fries. What's that guy? The pitcher's name?
Oh my God. Max Fried.
Free?
Yeah, Max.
He
Fried.
threw a no-hit. Didn't he throw a no-hitter last year?
During the season? Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, the way I look at it, look at these scumbags, John Smoltz and oh my God, and Joe
Buck. I hate Joe Buck.
That game versus the Padres, you just kept hearing John Smoltz say, "I hope they rally right now. I hope the Padres still have enough time to rally and win this game. I hope the Padres can give the Dodgers more life." Man, shut the fuck up, you fucking hater.
Well, I rather listen to Joe Davis.
Absolutely, 100 out of 100 times.
So
absolutely,
we're gonna go with the Dodgers tonight. The first game of a 7-game series to get us into the World Series. And another shout out
too that the Dodgers face is a lot higher than what the Braves face. And you look at how they struggled against Trevor Bauer. Trevor Bauer is an ace pitcher, and they struggled against him. The Dodgers have 4 ace pitchers. Tony Gonsolin is no scrub. Julio Urias is no scrub. And I'm not talking about them as aces. I'm talking about Dustin May, Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw. Those are the guys that they got to face. So if they struggle against Trevor Bauer, I understand Clayton Kershaw has the playoff thing. He chokes in the playoffs. But he's already faced the Braves in multiple occasions. And he's doing his job. So...
Yeah, Freddie Freeman is their big gun, I think. Freddie Freeman has their experience.
Yeah. Acuna
that's it.
Buehler,
I think the rest of them are just young guys.
Well, Acuna has beaten Buehler. He beat him last year, took him deep. And then in the 2018 Division Series, he took Walker Buehler for a grand slam in Game 4. So Acuna knows a little bit about Walker Buehler. Yeah, so it's going to be a little competitive for Walker Buehler, see how he comes out. See if that blister is a problem.
You say the Dodgers in 6?
I'm saying Dodgers in 6. It's more safe to say 6 because obviously they have power, but their pitching is a little bit wonky. As for the Dodgers, I think their biggest thing might be, the back end of the pen. Like if it's a close game, 4-5. 6-5.
Your boy Triton's going to be the closer.
Hey, I'm starting to believe in him. I'm not 100% sold on him, but
I saw Guillermo Mota on a interview earlier today, talking with Liz Habib.
Yeah.
And Mota was saying Triton is not the same pitcher. He's just on his fastball, but now he has multiple pitches to get you out, and he stays low in the zone, which is good. So I think the Dodgers will. I say the Dodgers in 5. You say the Dodgers in 6. Mm-hmm. Let's say the Dodgers just win it all and go into the World Series.
Yeah, the Rays.
Now, what about
the Rays? Would be the. Oh yes,
these
sir.
guys.
Let's talk about these guys right here real quick, because these guys Man, you got a hat for every occasion. I only got a hat for the Lakers and Dodgers, and I got a hat for the USC. But since USC isn't playing until November, but anyways, let's talk about the Rams and the game that Jared Goff had and Aaron Donald, man.
I tell you, they were supposed to kick the shit out of the Washington
Redskins. Yes, they were.
Redskins. And they're not the Redskins anymore. That's a faux pas. The Washington football team.
Yes, dumb name.
And now we're gonna go up north and play the 40 Whiners, and we're gonna kick their ass. And Garoppolo was pulled out of the game at halftime. Evidently, they're saying his ankle is still giving him issues after throwing some friggin' some ducks up in the air for interceptions over the weekend. We're gonna feast on the 40 Whiners this weekend. And the Rams played really, really good football. Their defense started to gel a little bit. I still have an issue with the linebacking core. I think we could do better. And this is what I really think, Jay. I think we're going to make a move for a linebacker before the trade deadline. Mark my words.
Interesting.
Yeah, I really see that happening. As far as the offense goes, it's firing on all cylinders. God bless the offensive line. May they stay safe and healthy because they're zone blocking. They're doing everything. The line looks good, and that's the scuttlebutt amongst all the broadcasters and the expert analysts about the Rams. Their offensive line is the difference this year, why they're scoring so many points and why they look so sharp. And I was glad to see that Goff come out and sustain that through the whole game, the pressure coming out and moving the ball and scoring a few touchdowns. We need to score. Look, the NFL is changed. This is not the NFL. I would say your dad knows because your dad's probably my age. But this is NFL. The NFL's changed. Before it was, we're going to have to have a low score. We're going to cap defense. Yeah, of course you need a good defense. But the way they have the penalties on the receivers, the 5 yards bump, and then everything else after that, if you even touch the guy or sneeze on him, it's a PI or a defensive holding. So it's changed so offense can score. So as long as McVay, the genius that he is offensively, keeps on putting pressure on the other team by scoring, we're going to be just fine. The Rams are going to be good and stay healthy. Tonight, New Orleans Saints is playing, and they're not playing Michael Thomas because he did something where it's a team thing where they're sitting him down. Michael Thomas, they just gave him a shitload of money in New Orleans to sign a contract. So I don't understand what's going on with Michael Thomas. I know he's not happy. He is not happy with his situation because Drew Brees is not the same quarterback he once was. But the Rams, it's all good for the Rams because we look really good. Reynolds, Jefferson is going to see. Remember that name, Jefferson? The wide receiver for the Rams. He's going to have a big game before the season's over. McVay's trying to work him in the offensive scheme. He got speed, great hands. He's made a couple good catches over the last few games. And Goff is here's the deal, Jay. You get a quarterback, and you don't run an offense that you think, I like this offense. This is what I think should happen. This is the quarterback I need. So if you don't get that mobile quarterback, you go for what you have. You design your offense with their talent, and that's what the Rams have done. They have designed their offense around Jared Goff and the things that he does best.
Oh, my God.
And the Rams were going to be a contender this year, and they played great over the weekend. Hey, it was a great day on Sunday. The Rams won, and the Lakers won the NBA championship.
And
without knowing, I was drinking tequila, baby.
Without knowing, out of the blue, I decided to check to see when the first ALCS game, which is the Houston Astro game, was, and it was Sunday, and they lost. So it was a great game. It was a great day on Sunday. Without even knowing, you got the Rams who won early, then you got the Lakers who won later. Unfortunately, I'm not a huge fan of football. I'm gonna throw this out there. I'm learning. I'm trying to adjust. I'm supportive, and I'm gonna learn. I'm eventually get into football as well. But for the meantime, I hope Dak Prescott, man, I hope he recovers. I hope everything goes well with him as the first pitch goes in. Pop fly for
It's a
Walker
pop
Buehler.
up.
So
Yeah.
I hope Dak Prescott recovers. And, Alex Smith had how many surgeries? 17?
He almost lost his leg.
Yeah, 17 surgeries. And he finally came
Yeah.
back. It was against the
He
Rams.
came
And,
back.
kudos to him. Respect.
I was scared to watch that game. He
Yeah.
got sacked 6 times.
At one point, one of the
Once
sacks,
Aaron Donald
on
was
top of him.
jumped on his back.
Yep. You had like 300 pounds on top of him, and it was like solid muscle just on top of him. And he took it like a champ. Alex Smith,
Yeah.
huge admiration and respect for him. Dak Prescott, I hope everything goes out with him.
Yeah, prayers go out to Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
That was a hideous injury.
Yeah, man. Shit. You just hate seeing shit like that. You just hate it. No matter how much you hate a team, except for the Celtics. Fuck them. But yeah, and the Houston Astros. I hope one day.
The Houston Astros.
The Celtics and the Astros. Those are the two teams. Like, it used to be the Giants for me. I used to get into fights when I'd go to Dodger Stadium, like physical fights with Giants. But now it's like, the Astros just took the cake and they're above that and like hatred.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, it was a good day yesterday, and hopefully after tonight we could celebrate a Dodger victory.
It's gonna be a great week because it's nonstop NLCS, nonstop ALCS. So hopefully,
Freeman just hit it out.
Yep, Freddie Freeman. I told you, Freddie Freeman is one of the other guys that knows Walker Buehler very well. So Acuna.
Yeah, he does.
So first score of the game is Freddie Freeman versus Walker Buehler. Freddie Freeman takes that one 1-0 Braves. This week, by next Monday, we're going to know who's going to be in the World Series. And we're hoping it's Dodgers and Rays.
So is there every day a game today, Dodger game today, tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, or there's going to be a break for Saturday?
So looking at the schedule right now, you got Monday, Tuesday. Okay, so today obviously started at 5. Tomorrow it starts at 3 our time, which is 6 Eastern. And then 3 on Wednesday, which is also 6 Eastern. And then Thursday to be announced. So they don't even have a time for Thursday or Friday, Saturday or Sunday. So Sunday would be the last day. So it's literally nonstop, Monday through Sunday, until the winner's crowned for the NL. And the AL.
Well, we're down 1-0 now. I don't care about that. I'd rather, if you're going to give up a home run, let it be a solo.
Yeah.
Instead of a crooked number. So
Yeah.
we're gonna see how the rest of game just started. Mm-hmm. So I'm not worried. We'll be okay.
Aren't even warm yet, and they already hit a home run.
Yeah.
All right, Mike.
Okay.
Well, how's the family doing? How's Amber? How did she enjoy her birthday?
She had a great birthday. Everyone's doing well. I saw, there's a nice pick by Turner across the diamond and scoops it out Muncy for the second out of the inning. I'm calling play-by-play.
Man, I don't even want to hear John Smoltz right now. He was a Brave, right? Like he was a pitcher.
Oh yeah, he was Atlanta Brave pitcher.
He's gonna be talking so much. Oh my, if he was praising the Padres, I could only imagine how much dick sucking he's doing for the Braves right now.
Well, they're talking about Freddie Freeman, and that ball looked like it was try to be a backdoor cutter, but it got too much of the plate. So 1-0 is fine.
Yeah.
We'll handle that because we're gonna have our bats.
Climb out of that hole.
So with 2 outs, let's get out of the inning. And anyway, it was a great day today. Laker Nation, we're our champions, and let's pull for our Dodgers to go ahead and get this get into the World Series. 7 games. It's gonna be a long series. There's a strike. And so it's going to, I'm watching it on my TV too.
97.
I got my TV right above you. So, hey, Jay, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Glad you went out and represented us last night.
All the time. It got dangerous. I'm not going to lie to you. At one point, it did get a little dangerous. The fireworks were getting a little too close to us. Police were out there. And I don't know if they shot tear gas or rubber bullets, but people were like panicking. It got a little crazy for a moment. But other than that, it was fun, being around fans, cheering, chanting Kobe, chanting the Lakers. And I didn't get the part where I started the chant with fuck the Celtics because my service was bad. Everybody was on their cell phone trying to, go live and be online.
Right.
So I couldn't get the part where, I started the fuck the Celtics chant and fuck the Clippers chant. But it's out there. Hopefully out there. But yeah, LA,
congratulations, Jay.
LA is Laker town. It's always going to be Laker town. No matter what the Clippers do, they need to get the hell out of LA. We don't want them. We don't need them. Chargers, follow suit.
We don't need the Clippers in LA.
Follow suit.
They need to go
get out.
find somewhere to go.
Yep, Seattle, San Diego, you guys will best suited right over there. You got fans that you flip flop, they'll bandwagon, and they'll support you just like the Clippers randomly do whenever they're winning. But we don't want you here in LA. You guys are not wanted. You guys are never gonna be wanted. No matter how much Steve Ballmer is spending to buy fans and pay players under the table, we know what he did with Kawhi. We know he paid a little extra for Kawhi. We don't want you guys here. So you and your billionaire playboy can get the hell out of LA. We don't want you here. We're gonna every time there's a Laker game at Clippers, you know that stadium will be filled with Lakers.
A tidbit for the next show: the Lakers make a either a trade or a big signing.
Let's talk about let's start talking about next episode. Let's start talking about the Lakers' big moves, how they're gonna improve and repeat in the face of billionaire playboy Ballmer.
Hey, a Celtic fan, look at this smile. This smile is all. You can see my smile all the way to Boston right here.
Oh, those tears. You can smell the tears all the way over here from LA. You can smell those Boston tears. You know, that's the only thing they had on us. We got one more title than you. You got dusty titles, and as a matter of fact, you don't got enough trophies to be on our level. So take it back. Get out of here. We don't want you. So
Lakers.
Mike,
Go
thank
Lakers.
you so much. Appreciate you. Lake Show, Laker Nation. Mike, the OG, you can catch him. Where can he catch you, Mike?
Get me on Twitter at OG LA Rams fan, or on Instagram at OG LA Rams fan, or you can find me on Facebook, Mike Pugrad on Facebook.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man. LA, I love LA. LA's the only place to be.
Absolutely. All day, every day. Even right now with the fires, it's still a better place than Boston, gloomy ass, pasty ass Boston. So with that, Laker Nation, 17 real championships. We got real trophies, and our titles are not dusty. Enjoy number 17. Let's hope for that parade soon. And with that, we'll catch you guys next time. Mike, thank you so much for being on. Everybody out there, be safe, be well, celebrate responsibly. Have a beer for us. Good night, everybody. Let's go Dodgers. Let's go Lakers. 17.
Lakers.